airplanes, guns, and ships.
WICR.
Hello and welcome to Brunch with Abby and Kate. Unfortunately, Kate's isn't able to be here with us this morning, and we have Chelsea, who is our VP of WICR here. Good morning, Chelsea.
Good morning, Sunshine Abby. What's going on this fine morning?
Quite a bit actually.
Guess one up.
Oh, I put wrong.
No worries. What's
All right,
going
looks like I put on
on?
the wrong microphone for Chelsea.
Trial and error, my friend. Trial and error.
You can tell I'm still a rookie.
No worries. You got a lot to learn from me.
Yes, I have 4 years to learn stuff.
Yes, that's very much true.
So there's been a lot going on in the news lately.
Oh, yeah.
Last night at 8:30 on CNN was the Democratic debate.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot that happened at that. I learned that there are actually 5 candidates.
Yeah, I
running.
thought there were 6, but I guess there was 5.
I thought that there was 2. I thought that it was just Bernie and Hillary, to be totally honest. Which was bad.
Oops, YOLO. Hashtag
oops.
that.
But yeah, a lot happened. There was a lot of good talk happening, and
I'm trying to
it was
look
a
up.
lot. It was a lot less, let's say, interesting than the Republican debate.
Oh, do tell, because your girl was getting skinny at the gym.
Well, there was a lot of interesting topics that were talked about. One of them was the importance of American presence in the Middle East.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Clinton actually had to defend a lot of her own decisions when she was Secretary of State. So,
Ooh, do tell.
yeah, she was playing a lot of defense this time
Mhm.
for the debate. Bernie Sanders, my boy, telling it like it is.
I love it.
Actually, at one point he said, this is when they were talking about Hillary Clinton's emails.
Mhm.
And, I mean, everyone was thinking it, and Bernie
Oh.
Sanders just came up and he was like, I'm tired of talking
Yes.
about Hillary Clinton's emails. We need to be talking about the real stuff that's going on.
Yep, I actually have the quote
And-
right here. But I think the secretary is right. That is the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Yes. Yes, Bernie.
That was like the
Bernie
headline of the
Sanders.
morning.
Oh man. Which is the truth, because, like, the news is playing up the emails and not playing up the important issues, like how the middle class is shrinking. And most of the most people, there was Jim Webb, Lincoln Chafee, and Governor O'Malley,
Just
Who
yeah,
were-
Governor O'Malley.
who were there. And they were all talking about how we need to revive the middle class, which was really interesting, because I remember last year in high school, my teacher was like, the middle class is dying, and it's
Yep.
true, because it's getting smaller and smaller, and
Yep.
which is bad, because the middle class makes up a huge portion of the U.S. economy.
Dang right.
And it's just the top 1% that's running it at the moment, which leads us to another thing that they decided to talk about, which was Wall Street and the crash in 2008.
Wolves.
Oh, Wall Street.
Wolves of Wall Street. They're all darn wolves.
Oh my gosh. Because the thing is, they're just so big, and a term that was used a lot last night was too big to fail, which is kind of true, because the American taxpayers have to bail out Wall Street every time that they, like, fall back on one of their debts or something. And Bernie, my man Bernie, wants to...
Bernie was
don't mind me
good.
endorsing my favorite Democratic candidate.
Yo,
but-
Bernie was good.
But he was talking about how he wants to break up the bigger banks and
Smart.
actually, make them responsible for the fraud that they commit.
Question, because you're a Bernie fan now. I pay attention somewhat in global politics, and I'm not really into politics. You know me, I'm the entertainment guru.
Yeah.
I heard Bernie is like inspired by like the economies, so to say, from like the European countries like Switzerland, Norway, and all that jazz. And I heard he's trying to bring that back to the States, saying like, universal healthcare, universal college. Tell me a little bit more about that, because your girl's clueless.
Well, I should caveat this by saying that I'm not really very caught up on finances and everything and economics, but I'll give a basic overview.
Talk to me.
Basically, people are calling Bernie Sanders a socialist because he wants to bring the government to kind of fund different healthcare, and he wants public colleges to be free for everyone. Yes. As a college student, I say yes, and he wants to bring down the cost of college, which is really expensive. Thank you, Iona, for your scholarships. Just gonna throw that in there.
I'm in debt because of this school. As much as I love this school, I'm in debt for the rest of my life,
Yes,
girl.
and
Unless I
Bernie's
marry.
actually trying to alleviate some of that debt.
Good,
And
Bernie.
the thing is, what a lot of those countries are doing is they are writing what America is now, and everybody's like capitalism, capitalism, capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
What those countries are doing is they're getting a little bit closer to socialism, where they ride like in the middle. So they have like they focus a lot more on small and medium-sized businesses rather than the giant corporations that run today's economy.
Ah, gotcha. So basically, what he's doing is trying to bring that over, bring it to a socialist. That's why he's called the socialist. Oh, but on Ching.
Yes, but he's not actually a socialist.
Exactly. He's a dang Democrat.
He is wonderful.
But what about for Hillary now? Because I don't care about the other candidates.
Hillary
Sorry.
does not want to go, I'll use a Teddy Roosevelt term, go trust busting.
Love
She-
Teddy.
She actually she got called out because in 2007, right before the crash, she went to go and look at Wall Street and she saw that it was in shambles. But she basically was just like, "This is bad. You should stop." And other than that,
What the hell?
nothing.
I like her as a person, but itch what? Itch what?
She was like, "You should stop this."
Then tell us what to do. If you think you're gonna be the next president of the U.S., tell us what to do, lady.
Yeah. But the thing is, she mostly was about saying that, like, we need, I don't know. She was basically saying that we need to not trust bust and keep the bigger banks and just, I don't know, come down harder on fraud. I'm not really sure what she was saying there. Bernie was much clearer. And something that the other candidates were saying, especially Chaffee and O'Malley, were saying that we need to bring back Glass-Steagall. I wasn't actually sure what this was. It was actually a bill that was repealed in 1999.
Let's look at this.
It's
called Glass-Steagall.
Glass-Steagall, not like Steegle, I think. And it's basically just where it separates the commercial banks from the what are they? Savings banks. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Ooh, got it.
And which is really important because that means that the banks are currently using our money for their investments.
Oh, that's baloney.
It is.
Oh,
and
negative.
What they're supposed to just be doing is so like when it's basically what happened during the Great Depression. The banks took the money, used it in stocks. When the stocks failed, the banks failed, and everyone lost their money that was in the banks.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah, let's just pray that doesn't happen again. But yeah, it was repealed in 1999.
Yep,
So
and
that was fun.
That was the Bank Act of 1933. Yeah, I'm looking at this right now, and the first thing that came up was O'Malley calls for a reinstatement of the Glass-Steagall Act at the hashtag Dem debate.
Yes.
Look at them getting all Twittery and social media.
Twitter was really interesting last night.
And so was, what was really incredible about the power of social media, and especially when it comes to these debates. I found out about this. Like, I caught up with kind of, sorta, with the debate with Snapchat. The Snapchat had the geo filter.
Wow.
Let's see if we can pull some of them up. But I saw Hillary, and like the geotag for Bernie was he lost his high school president, like his presidential race in high school in Brooklyn, New York. I was like, where in Brooklyn, New York? Because I'm from Brooklyn, New York. It was called
even though he was a senator in Vermont, he's originally from New York.
Brooklyn. Hey,
Bernie.
Hey, yes.
So there was a lot of stuff being talked about. One of the big things actually that I found really interesting was gun control, and a lot of them were just talking about like, oh, we gotta shut down the big gun companies. Bernie was like, nah, that ain't the problem. He was like, the problem is that people with mental health problems are getting their hands on guns, and the problem below that is that we're not giving proper health care to people with mental illnesses. And I was like, Bernie, you got it.
Thank
Bernie.
you.
Yes,
you rock,
which
don't
is
change.
completely true. So yes, Bernie Sanders is cut into the heart of the issues.
Good. I can see now that from what I'm hearing from you, Hillary is not very clear with her policies. That's what I'm getting into.
The other thing was last night, I read this a couple places and I noticed it was that Hillary was playing a lot of defense. They weren't really throwing any hard questions at her. They were mostly just like, hey, defend your emails. Hey, defend Benghazi.
Yeah,
You don't really need to answer anything else.
It wasn't a hardcore.
No.
Shiz.
Let's see. Something that I noticed was Jim Webb talked a lot about China and the cyber attack. And I was like,
What's
is-"
that?
Okay, so apparently the government has been under multiple cyber attacks
Mm-hmm.
that people think it is speculation that they are from the South China Sea. So he's like, China needs to get out of our computers. And I'm like, that's not proven. Please stop. Check your facts. He talked a lot about, he's very centered in the military because he talked a lot about how he was in Vietnam and such and all that good stuff. And how he worked at the Pentagon. So that was all very interesting. Let me see. Talked about the big banks. Let me see what else is on my list here. Oh, climate change. Bernie was all about climate change. That was always fun. Saying how we need to protect our climate so that our kids and grandkids don't have to live in a stink hole that has to be cleaned up by poor little Wally.
Aww.
Yes. Medicare was another big thing last night.
I like Medicare.
Bernie wants to expand it entirely to make sure that everyone gets proper medical care and Social Security when they are older. Clinton wants to, as she put it, enhance it. She didn't say that she didn't want to expand it, but she used the term enhance, which I actually didn't mind this from her. She said that she wanted to enhance it for people who are below the poverty line, people who really can't support themselves, which, I mean, yeah,
I agree with that
I got
because like, my family was on like all those things for a minute and a half, but my mom has healthcare and I still don't have healthcare yet, and I like kind of agree with Bernie and Hillary when saying enhancing our healthcare because I'm a 21-year-old girl who has to pay for her healthcare.
Yeah.
No. Almost 22-year-old girl. No, I work too hard to be paying for my healthcare. Make it universal. So Bernie, you go.
Another good thing that Clinton said was that all children should have health care, which I really liked. I was like, yes, Hillary. Yes, Hillary.
Yes, Hillary. Yes, lady, yes.
Another thing was the immigrant crisis. Ooh. Well, illegal immigrant. We're calling it a crisis because Trump wall and all that good stuff.
Dear old Trump-a-doodle.
Let's not talk about him.
I hate
him. Wow.
Straight up.
Yeah, he was tweeting and everyone was like, who won the debate? Trump. I'm like, he wasn't there. Please stop. Bernie won the debate.
I can't. Like...
Anyways, for undocumented immigrants, O'Malley wanted to open up affordable health care to them. And he wanted for immigrants to be able to apply for in-state tuition for colleges. So O'Malley had some good ideas on that. Bernie was saying how he just wanted to kind of open up processes for them to become legal citizens or legal immigrants. And Clinton didn't really answer a lot on that.
Silly Clinton. Tricks are for kids.
Yes. NSA surveillance and Edward Snowden were one of the final topics
I
saw last night.
I love Snowden.
Because it got really late and I had to do this radio show, so I was like, I need sleep.
Look at you prepping.
Plus
learning
essays.
from the best.
Yay, honors. So Bernie said that he wanted to completely change NSA surveillance, and at the moment, Jim Webb actually brought this up. Haven't talked about him very much. He actually commented on that. He's like, I don't get to talk at all. I'm like, that's because no one knows who you are.
He doesn't even go here.
he looks like a Republican. Whoops. So he said that right now the data that is being collected by the NSA is just kind of sitting in files for anyone to kind of get at if they know the right like passcode and stuff. And he's like, it's okay that they're like collecting that data. And, like, they can only they're supposed to be only able to go through it with a warrant, but they need to destroy it if it's, like, completely not being touched and it's basically useless to them. So, I mean, they need, which I do agree with. The other issue was whether when Edward Snowden came back, he would be given jail time for, giving out all of those government secrets and everything that have gotten into the hands of wrong people, as Clinton said.
Love me some Snowden. If you ever take Callahan's class, if I think he may or may not be still teaching here, you have to read the Edward Snowden book. So
there's a book on him?
Oh my god, I'll give it to you. Okay. I have it in my apartment, so good. I loved it so much. Thanks, Callahan. You rock.
There you go.
I learned something.
He said that he should be let back with no jail time at all because he did public service. And basically what everybody else said was he should get community service, which is like is like a little bit which is like not really that bad.
Good.
Because like he did steal the information, but he also
exposed them hoes.
Yeah, basically. He did.
Hope I could say that on the air. Oops, emerge. Love ya.
So, Yeah.
What a good little wrap up of this little debate. How many
Really
more
quick-
debates do we have?
I don't know.
There's more than one.
There's more than one. I think that there's a second one. There's already a second GOP debate. One quick little thing before we go to some music. I just want to say that, Hillary Clinton last night, she looked pretty calm, to be honest. She looked pretty untouchable. Like, she was laughing, she was making faces, making jokes.
She's over 21. Does she have some vodka?
I don't know.
Because I don't know about you. You're not 21 yet, so you can't be me yet, unfortunately. I would have a glass of wine before these debates to calm down. Like, yo, I'm in the public right now. I don't want to be drunk, but hey.
Question mark. So
That's where my head is at. Homecoming weekend, 2K16. I'm 21. Oh.
yeah.
To wrap it up nicely.
She just seemed very, very.
Wind.
Just
She unwinded.
Yeah, I guess, but mostly just very untouchable. Like, she thought that no one could beat her, which is actually not true at the moment. Bernie Sanders is coming up in the polls, and people actually know who Jim Webb, and Lincoln Chaffee and O'Malley are. So I mean, now people actually know who they are.
Girl, bye.
So she might wanna watch out real quick. So now we're going to go to some music. Let's see. I'll play that one, and we'll be back.
Liner.
Just kidding.
It's okay, no worries.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
On January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded in the sky.